Welcome to episode 42 of the 2 Minute Warning. Is it Tua time this week?
No, it is not. I really don't think this is a good move at all. I myself am not a fan of the Rams, but I know this is not a good team to go against for Tua. I mean, to see Aaron Donald as your first start ever is a little terrifying. He eats quarterbacks, he eats O-linemen, he eats anything. He's the greatest defensive lineman in the league. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. And then in the secondary, lockdown Jalen Ramsey. Not to say Tua is a bad quarterback, but any rookie is going to struggle against this type of defense, this type of pass rush. And I really don't think it was a good move. I think they should have kept him Fitzpatrick just for this time. They're 3-3. There's nothing wrong with Fitzpatrick. They're rolling hot. But to stop talking about Fitzpatrick, Tua got 100% completion rate right now. No big
QBR
deal.
off the charts, just
two
shy of
for
100.
Kind of a big deal, but I don't like it for him. I do think he could put up good numbers and look well, straight up, but he's not going to have a well-performing game to win the game against the Rams.
So I think the move is good. The timing is bad.
Correct.
The Dolphins are not going to build their franchise around Ryan Fitzpatrick. He is getting old. He's solid. He's doing well, but he's getting old. The goal is to build their franchise around Tua, which is a great idea. They should have put him in against a weaker team.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't they start him last week or the week before against New York? Against the
Yeah.
Jets would have been the perfect time to play him because anybody can get, okay, not anybody, but it's
the
a
Jets
great team to
didn't
get the
have
first
Sam
win against.
Darnold in. Like, it was
Right.
just...
They should have started him against the Jets. Now starting him against Jared Goff, who is a Hall of Fame against bad teams. He's fantastic against weak teams. That's what he does. He plays well against teams that don't mean anything. So likely the Rams are going to come out and win this game by a solid amount. Tua, like you said, is going to struggle against that strong Rams defense up front with Aaron Donald is like facing the Hulk on the other side of the lines. Tua is going to struggle against this team.
Let alone the Rams' defense being a factor. Dolphins' offense is awful also. I mean, Devontae Parker, he could catch the ball. Great receiver is actually kind of underrated just because he's on the Dolphins. And then they got, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Mike Gesicki.
Tight end
for the
Gesicki's
Dolphins.
solid.
He's a solid guy
Got
also.
on my
But
fantasy
really,
team.
the Dolphins just don't have the weapon for Tua, which we knew. I mean, the Dolphins still they're in rebuild mode. They got a couple first-round draft picks. They got one for the Texans still. And really, they're not going to be a playoff team this year, so they'll get a good pick for themselves.
Now, that's actually not out of the question. Tua comes out and wins games.
Yeah,
This team could be in the playoffs. It's unlikely. But you didn't have good offensive weapons for Fitzpatrick, and he found ways to win. So Tua can do it, but the odds are against him.
I just say he can't because knowing he plays the Rams means they got that entire Seattle division. They already lost to Seattle, but then they got to play the Niners, who actually they beat. I think of that. And they've got to play Arizona. I just don't think, due to schedule, they're going to make the playoffs. Playing Arizona, I think they'll lose against the Rams. I think that's another 2 losses. I think they'll lose to Cam. He's going to get it back eventually, and they're going to lose to the Bills. So eventually you're hitting 7 or 8 losses, and that's just not going to make the this year in the playoffs.
Yep. So again, I'm all for this Tua plan. He needs to get in there, start to build his confidence up, start leading this team. But I'm not sure about the timing. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
I hope he stays healthy. I hate to see him get injured. I know coming out of Alabama with that, I think it was ACL, maybe it was an ankle injury. Either way, I hope he stays healthy. I hope he comes out and gets a win. I just don't see it happening.
Sounds good.
Yep. Tua time, 2 in the morning.